You're going to spend your whole life preparing to meet the Lord. Boy, you folks are crazy as hell.
Madalyn Murray O'Hare's 1963 Supreme Court case victory, removing religion from the public school system, has had a directly observable effect on the breakdown of necessary teachings of ethics, morals, and values at a very impressionable development period, which is leading to increased acts of juvenile delinquency, teen pregnancy, teen suicide, violence, and disrespect for authority. The void created from the removal of religious teachings in public schools has exploded into school-age tragedy and dysfunction.
Madalyn Murray O'Hare is known as the woman who removed religious teachings from the public school system. Since her conviction to remove religious teachings from public schools, she has been well known as America's most hated woman. O'Hare was strongly disliked because of her continuous public verbal attacks on a range of organizations, groups, businesses, government offices, educational facilities, laws, and American ideals.
Very rude people, but that's expected from Christians.
She invoked disrespect with her expressed opinions, hating what society deems normal. She embraced atheism, which let her stand against religious teachings in public schools, and was successful in her Supreme Court case. O'Hare embraced the idea of the separation of church and state, which has increased the rate of juvenile delinquency, teen tragedies, and student misbehavior.
Madalyn Murray O'Hare was an aggressively vocal atheist who believed that religious teachings should not be required to be taught in public schools. In 1963, Baltimore District public school students were required to recite verses from the Holy Bible along with multiple prayers. O'Hare thought that religion and state should be separated. She felt students should not be exposed to religion in public schools. O'Hare mentioned that in the First Amendment it stated that church and state should be separated, which made her argue about religious teachings in school being constitutional. O'Hare strongly believed that this should not be a requirement and took her argument to court. O'Hare filed a lawsuit against the School Board of Baltimore and had those who agreed with the elimination of religious teachings from the public school learning system sign a petition. Unfortunately, O'Hare's petition was dismissed, but her case was moved to the Maryland Court of Appeals. The court case resulted in an 8-1 decision in favor of Madalyn Murray O'Hare, making O'Hare successful in legally eliminating a majority of religious teachings being taught in public schools.
Madalyn Murray O'Hare became an atheist at the age of 32 and was later the founder of an atheist organization called American Atheists. Created in 1963, it promoted atheism as well as secular humanism. A mission Madalyn's organization created was to complete separation of religion and government. O'Hare first discovered that religion was being taught in public schools when she was visiting her son William's class at Woodbourne High School located in Baltimore, Maryland, and came upon them reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and religious prayer, as well as later finding out he had to recite biblical readings.
I'm an atheist, and I wish to be an atheist, and I don't feel that it would be appropriate for me to stand up and say the Lord's Prayer.
Filed a lawsuit against Baltimore public schools and won in the Supreme Court, removing religious teachings from the public schools in 1963. Madalyn versus Collett.
There will be no more religious ceremonies in the public schools.
The public school system is tragically crumbling as evidenced by the rise in school shootings, increasing drug use, alcoholism, and teen pregnancy. Statistically, studies from the U.S. Department of Justice have shown from during this time of the removal in 1963 to 2011, juvenile delinquency and school violence rates have increased overall by 694%. These statistics definitely led focus to O'Hare's Supreme Court win as one of the major contributions to the increase of juvenile delinquency. The removal of religious teachings from public schools has affected the school students whose only instruction on righteousness was from the religious teachings that was being taught to them by the state. Since the removal, there has been a lack of educational tools in the teaching of a belief ethics, and morals to students enrolled in public schools, which has caused an increase of student misbehavior and tragedies throughout the United States. Since 1963, studies from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, two-parent income in married couple families has increased by 60.6%. In turn, a rippling effect from loss of religious education and a crumbling economic system that now requires a two-parent income in the middle-class families. School-age children are now losing knowledge and understanding of a belief system leading to a higher purpose. Parents have lost the required time and interaction with the consuming demands and responsibilities in the family home. Unable to teach the mandatory morals, proper behavior, and belief of more than self to their children so they can make righteous life decisions. Since Madalyn Marie O'Hare's removal of religion from public schools, it has had numerous impacts on changing people's perspectives on the world and the people who live in it.
In conclusion, O'Hare was a woman consumed with a desire to destroy the hope and faith of the young students believing in and learning about a higher purpose. She made a powerful change in the world with her Supreme Court case win, removing religion from public schools. School-age children are deprived the opportunity of learning a belief religion provides in the knowledge of a higher power invoking kindness, interest, respect, and boundaries, which led strongly to a moral and value collapse, markedly noticed through the increased destructive incidents displayed by school-age students amongst peers and on school campuses. O'Hare well documented a chaotic life, both as a child and adult, led her to seek and search for purpose, finally leading to the atheist organization. Her impact has shown to be far more than removing religion. She clearly has opened the door to juvenile delinquency, increasing dramatically over the many years since 1963 through 1964.
Madalyn Marie O'Hare was not only the controversial champion of the First Amendment, but an influencer of juvenile delinquency.